Hello, everybody, and welcome to another MTG Foundations draft here on the channel. We're going to be going pick by pick, play by play, talking through everything so you know what to do when you draft this format yourself. Let's get to it. Okie doke. Wow, the server keeping us in anticipation for a moment, but never fear, we have got our pack and we've got our rare Krenko Mob Boss. So there's not a ton of goblins in this set. There are a couple. Notably, Fanatical Firebrand is one that you can play. There's a 2-drop goblin, so there's a couple of them. And Krenko Mob Boss, if even just counts itself. So if you untap with this a couple times, you just win the game. So it's basically a removal, like needs removal. And even if you untap with it like once or twice, you can get a couple of goblins going. So that's really good and one color. There's also Empyrean Eagle, which is pretty good, but I don't really like starting with a gold card, even one this good. This is a nice piece of the blue-white deck and one of the best cards there. There's also Tatyova, Benthic Druid, and Perforating Artist. So a lot of gold cards here. I think I would go Eagle, then Artist, then Tatyova, just for color reasons. I think Black Red's a good archetype, though, so maybe that one over the Eagle. Those are close. There's also Prideful Parent, but we're going to take the Krenko here. This card's definitely good, and a card that you can definitely build around. Also makes you want to incentivize the Axe card a little bit higher. There is a Axe Guard Cavalry in this set that can give things haste. So we have Krenko. And then our second pick, there's another good gold card. Fiendish Panda is definitely good. There's Burglar Rat in black. We could go for Black Red even though we did pass a black card. There's also Vengeful Blood Witch. So if you are doing sacrifice shenanigans, this can get some work done. There's also Dazzling Angel, which plays well in like a red-white deck with Krenko. You can just take to the skies, gain some life. It's really good for racing. Inspiring Call is terrible. Don't put this card in your deck. It is really hard to get a lot of counters, and when you have a lot of counters, it's not really... it's like you're already in good shape in those games, and this card does nothing in the games where you're behind. Meteor Golem's okay. Soul Shackled Zombie's solid. I think I might take Dazzling Angel. There's not really good red follow-up to the Krenko. And I don't really want to commit to a gold card. I could take the Blood Witch, but I don't love the black cards. Burglar Rat's okay. I'm just going to take the Angel, though. I like the Angel. Having gotten to play with it a bit, it just makes racing so hard for your opponent. It's a flyer, so it chips in. It kind of demands an answer. And this is one of the best uncommons in the set, so we are going to be taking this. It also plays well with the Angel. The Angel just gains you a lot of life. Like a 3-mana 2/3 flyer that gained you like 4 life would be like pretty insane. And this kind of does that a lot of the time. Mischievous Mystic is really, really strong, though, especially because there's 2 Think Twices in the pack and a Fleeting Distraction. They're not going to wheel, but it is a really good card. Stab is good. This could fit really nicely into a blue-red deck or a blue-white deck, so we're happy with this. If this wasn't in the pack, I would probably take... I think Meteor Golem is nice if you have the black combat trick that can bring stuff back from the dead. I kind of like that combo. Because if you cast the combat trick in the early game, you get a treasure that can ramp you to the Meteor Golem. And then if you ever bring back Meteor Golem, I realize I'm talking super fast, but that's a pretty good combo as well. I wish I could wheel one of these, but I don't think that's going to happen. Goblin Surprise is good with Krenko, so I would probably take that other than the Mischievous Mystic. Okay. Now there's a Goblin Surprise, Stab, Eaten Alive, Shriek Mass. Time Stop's not the end of the world. Honestly, much as I want to take the Think Twice or the Goblin Surprise, at this point we've seen quite a few good black cards. It's still only pick 4. We've been seeing all the stabs, all the black removal spells, and I think we could play a blue-black control deck with this start. Krenko's good, but we've only really seen Goblin Surprises to go with it. Dazzling Angel's solid, but we're just going to take the stab here. I think it's enough better than Think Twice. Time Stop is a card you can play, but you can get it later. It's kind of finicky, though. But I've had some success with it. Prideful Parent's good with the Dazzling Angel, but I think Stab is the best card in this pack by a wide margin. Shriek Mass is honestly okay, which is kind of weird to say for a 4-mana 2/3, but a 4/4 flyer is no joke, and you can get there for sure. But we're kind of all over the place here, but now we're going to hopefully settle into our blue deck. Getting an Essence Scatter is a nice sign. This card's underperformed a little bit. I kind of liked it at first because you can make 2 big creatures when you play it. You get the Stomper, you put something else with 2 counters, or you can gain the life, which is sometimes worth it. But the fact is that getting a 6/6 Vigilance for 6 is not as good as you might hope. Here there's a black-white gold card. We could go Dazzling Angel plus Stab. And we're seeing some white cards with the Luminous Rebuke. That's tough. Black-white could be open. I think I'm just going to take the Essence Scatter, stick to my guns here. The Mystic is really strong. Getting a little bit potentially punished. We're seeing a lot of black-white cards here. But bake into a pie, we could still just play this blue-black deck and be relatively happy with it. Black-white is a great archetype, though, so could be that we missed an opportunity there. But I'm not that unhappy with this. We're going to get the Fleeting Distraction now. Goes well with the Mystic and helps fill our graveyard. Seeing some black cards. Gutless Plunderer is fine. Death Touch is just a good mechanic. And the Raid thing is pretty nice. Macabre Waltz is okay. I'm just going to take the Distraction, though. Get more instants and sorceries. Thornwood Falls. Don't love the Whelp. Though I do love the artwork. Thornwood Falls. I don't think we're splashing green ever here. Maybe we just take a Squad Rallier or a Cathar Commander to get some more 2-drops in case we do play blue-white. I kind of like Squad Rallier. There's not a ton of mana sinks in this format. Not that this is the best mana sink. Wow. I'm going to take the Strix Lookout here over the Prideful Parent. Because, first of all, we kind of want to play black-blue based on our stab and bake into a pie being a little bit better, I think, than the Rallier and Angel. And also, this is such a good combo with the Mystic. Like, if you get those two together, you're getting so much value. Whoa, Meteor Golem. Meteor Golem coming back probably means the next Meteor Golem's coming back. And I did mention that combat trick that goes well with it. There's also Soul Shackled Zombie, which I like. I don't take the Meteor Golem for my control deck. I'm probably going to get the second one back. Ooh, think twice, though. Think twice over second Meteor Golem. I think that's probably better. Good for my control deck. There's also Fleeting Distraction, but we'll get the think twice. A little bit of card advantage, a little bit of flood protection. Now we get another think twice over Scoured Barrens. Tolarian Terror, we have a lot of instants so far, but I think twice is going to be more important than a win con. We can find win cons later. An Aegis Turtle could actually be decent in our control deck. I'm really happy with how this pack went. We don't get to play our Krenko. And a little bit wrecked by not being able to really play the Elenda either. Elenda's really good, but part of its strength is being cast on turn 4. And when you're splashing, that becomes a lot harder to do. But there is a Fake Your Own Death here. There's an Evolving Wilds. There's a Big Fin Bouncer Meteor Golem. I'm going to take the Big Fin Bouncer. Nice tempo play. When you cast your Think Twices in the early game, you can then come back with your Big Fin Bouncers. Kalenda, Meteor Golem. Could still switch into red, technically. Big fan of the Big Fin Bouncer here. Now there is a Dismal Backwater as a mana helper for our deck. I'm going to take it here. Just helps us cast our spells. I think blue-black is where we want to be. We could technically move away from it. We could still just play the Krenko. We could take the Heartfire Immolator here. The question is Krenko plus no red cards in pack 3? Because we didn't see any red cards pack 1. Better than just getting a good blue-black card. Staying consistent. Hopefully wheeling the Strix Lookout. This card's not the end of the world either. I'm just going to stick to blue-black. I think getting the Bacon to Pies, the stabs is pretty okay. Beautiful. Oh, this is just what we wanted. Getting a Blasphemous Edict, getting max rewarded for our discipline. This is really, really nice. We're never going to cast this for just black, but just a nice board wipe. We know it's coming. They don't. We can spend our mana casting Think Twices so it's less suspicious. And then just, boom, get them. Aegis Turtle. Maybe help stall the game for that point. Ooh, I would love to play Coma, but double green is just too much of an ask. And at this point, since we just got the Blasphemous Edict, I don't want to switch for that. We could either take Soul Shackled Zombie to get us some life gain, some drain, or take an Icewind Elemental. I'm a pretty big fan of the Elemental. The draining is pretty nice, though, gaining some life, getting a big creature into play for blocking purposes. We don't have a lot of our own creatures. You can sometimes mess with their graveyard, though. I feel like we might be seeing some of those later. I'm going to take the Icewind Elemental. And the more looting you can get into your deck, the more likely you are to be able to play 18 lands Here, I kind of want to just take the Infestation Sage. Sometimes you can trade with stuff. Sometimes you can really pressure your opponents. Seeing some good green cards. I think we're going to get one of the Soul Shackle guys on the wheel. I'd rather play Infestation Sage than Aegis Turtle. And now we do get a Soul Shackled Zombie, so that's really nice. You only really want like one of these guys. Sage just provides a little bit of a body to deal with stuff. It can team up for blocks. It can chump. Sometimes you have sacrifice effects. But yeah, I think we're in good shape here. Pack 1 went really well because blue was so open. That if I really cared about splashing, but I don't really have a card I want to splash in mind. Fake Your Own Death is good with specifically Infestation Sage and Meteor Golem, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm just going to keep taking little roadblock guys that can definitely get some value. If you have good card advantage in your deck, you can justify playing these even in your control decks. We might end up with some synergies, and we don't actually have to play them. We can just like use them. We definitely don't. I don't think we need Aegis Turtle. I'd rather play Infestation Sage as a roadblock guy because if you get a couple of those, you can double block or things like that. But I think we're in pretty good shape here. I would love to see some copies of Refute. That's a card that I'm a big fan of. I got to play a really good control deck that had some Refutes in it. My removal spells are looking pretty good. Blue-black control. Blue-black also has a really good gold uncommon. So if I'm the only blue-black drafter, I think I'm one of the only blue drafters, probably after pack 1, the way that went. But if I'm one of the only blue-black drafters or the only blue-black drafter at the table, I could maybe get some good stuff going. We're seeing so many good green cards this pack. I think the person passing to us might have been in green, or players in general are just avoiding green. This can create tokens that's copies of stuff. So copying a Meteor Golem, a Big Fin Bouncer. We got a lot of good ETBs. I don't think we really want this card, though. It's kind of bad. This card's also bad, though. Maybe we just take it. Though we could also just take Thornwood Falls. I'll take the Self-Reflection. I don't love it, but I think it's better than the Thornwood Falls. Now I'll take Bloodfell Caves on the off chance we do end up wanting to splash a red card. These other cards are pretty poor. Midnight Snack is not great. So 17 cards here. There's Dismal Backwater. We kind of want to cut this. Perfect. We got the Sealed Wall. Rune Sealed Wall actually plays really well with Blasphemous Edict because they have to extend into the board state to get past it. Still not going to play Gleaming Barrier. That card's terrible. Let's take a black card so nobody else can have a black card. Fine passing cards of other colors. The Rune Sealed Wall just digs you towards your good cards. I'm fine passing a last pick red card. We're not going into red here. So we've got high card quality, good game plan, a board wipe, and a Mischievous Mystic. This card really was kind of the turning point of our draft. I think we would have gone black-white if we hadn't seen the Mystic. Well, and now we get a second copy of Blasphemous Edict, so we're even more likely to see it. That's really a good sign. That's a great sign for us. So happy to pick this up. If this wasn't in the pack, I don't think I'd want the Clink Wand. I would just take the Eaten Alive. We have the Infestation Sages we can sacrifice to it. But with 2 Edicts, we can really maybe start doing something. And now we get an Arbiter of Woe. That's a really good top-end threat for our deck. Gets the cards flowing, plays great with the Infestation Sages. We don't have that many creatures, but we have enough, and the Infestation Sages are definitely going to make this card a lot better. Keeps us with something to sacrifice. Almost would rather sacrifice an Infestation Sage to get the 1/1 flyer. The life gain land. I don't think we want to just play those just for the life gain, but we could always consider it. Because 1 point of life can definitely make a difference. I don't love Erudite Wizard. With the Think Twice, maybe you'd consider it, but I'd love getting another top-end threat here. Oh my gosh. High Society Hunter? This card is perfect. Again, the double Infestation Sages are really coming together now. A couple of good red cards, so maybe we could have gotten into red or stayed in red if we'd just been disciplined enough with the Cranko, but I think we are really glad with our black cards here now. I don't think this card's very good. Your opponent can just hold some lands, and it just gives them a use for them, and you've spent 5 mana not affecting the board. If you're behind, they can just take 5. Refute is really nice. I like this card a lot. And this card's solid. There's also another Soul Shackle. There's another Meteor Golem. I'm going to take a Meteor Golem here. I really want to play 18 lands. I've just got so many good cards. Self-Reflection, Copying Meteor Golem is really good. This card's solid. I love Light Shell Duo as well. Maybe I can get the Meteor Golem to wheel. I've already got a couple of really big top-end guys. Arbiter of Woe is also really good to copy with Self-Reflection, so maybe I don't need that. I'll just take the Light Shell Duo to get myself some card filtering. Yeah, I can't imagine not taking Stab here. Different mana value on permanents you control. Yeah. Stab is just such a good removal spell. So efficient. And now because I'm probably going to play 18 lands, I can start affording to cut some things. So my 2-drops in early game are looking really good now. The wall is looking good. The bouncer's good. My 4-drop slot's looking clutch. Love this. Draw 3 cards. If I have a wizard, it gets cheaper. I've done. Well, you only have the one wizard, which is the Mischievous Mystic. I think Think Twice might even be better than this. It's so expensive. Honestly, Light Shell Duo might be better. I'm just going to take the Duo. That pick was close, though. I wasn't sure on that one. I think Duo just to get myself another creature that filters my draws, keeps my mana flowing nicely. I already have some good card advantage, so I don't really need to go crazy. And I think Light Shell Duo just plays out really well. But then again, maybe I was just supposed to take another Think Twice. I think having 3 Think Twices is too many. And I do have some card draw already. I've got some good 2-for-1s. This is a 2-for-1. This is a 2-for-1. Erudite Wizard. I'll just take another top-end guy, maybe. I honestly don't love it. 2-mana 1/3, maybe? No. Fake Your Own Death is sometimes okay. Not really a card I'm striving for here, though. I think my early game is better than it looks with the 2 infestation stages and the 2 stabs. Okay, another Soul Shackled Zombie. Maybe I could even play a second one of those. Interesting. Maybe I was supposed to take the Meteor Golem in that one spot, but I already have a lot of expensive cards. Okay, let's see what we're working with here. I don't really have Recursion. So I have no way to get stuff back from the graveyard. So I need to make sure I have enough ways to win the game. Do I want to play 18 lands? Maybe not even. Maybe I can just stick with 17. I don't have that many expensive cards. If I fall behind and start missing land drops, Blasphemous Edict can catch me up again. I think I'll only play 1 Soul Shackled Zombie. And then I don't think I want Fleeting Distraction here. The Mischievous Mystic is still going to be good with the 2 Think Twices. I should probably play the Fleeting Distraction, just have an extra synergy source with it. I have this card. I've got like 4 things now if I cast Refute on my turn, which is unlikely. I'm just going to cut the 2 Soul Shackled Zombies. I think they're just the worst ones. I think Self-Reflection is good, especially if I can mill it over. It's almost like drawing a card. Milling over Think Twice is similar. And yeah, we're going to play it like this. I'm going to see if I can get this to work. Self-Reflection is good if I can discard it to Refute as well. Or to a Strix Lookout. There's a few ways to get that thing into the graveyard. And copying a Meteor Golem for 4 mana is pretty good. Or an Arbiter of Woe. High Society Hunter is fantastic. But yeah, this deck looks great. I'm excited to try it out. We also have some sideboard options if we want to try those. But for now, I'll see you folks in the games. Oh, hello there. Before I get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to the NicolaiBolas Patreon at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. The folks who support me over there help me make high quality content on a consistent basis, and they gain access to some cool bonus resources like my card by card tier list and my Format Thoughts document. There's also a free membership tier where you can follow along for free bonus resources that I post. So the more the merrier on the Patreon. There's almost 2,000 members there between free and paid members. So it's really awesome. I want to give a huge special shout out to those who support at the credits level. It makes a monumental difference and I really do appreciate it. Without further ado though, let's get to the games. Welcome to round 1. We have an excellent hand here. We have 1-drop, 2-drop, a great top end card that plays with our 1-drop. This guy's going to help us find action. I like this draft too because we get to experiment with a couple cards. Like Self-Reflection is normally kind of bad, but with some ways to get it in the graveyard and a couple good things to copy, maybe we can get some work done. And then, yeah. Fleeting Distraction. If they have Disfigure, they can kill this guy. They do not have Disfigure. They probably would have killed it if they had the opportunity. Okay, Heir Apparent. That's a great addition. They don't want to block the Sage to give me a flyer. I'm okay with that. Of course. We'll use this as a gain to draw a card. Okay. We are just going to... Do we want to play this out? We could play this, and then just draw a billion cards and win the game. That seems like the safest way to win this. Make sure I hit my land drops. That both seem good. Wow, they are really cruising here. So I might actually get to cast this for one. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 already. They've literally cast 3 Heir Apparents. If they cast a 4th one, they're really going off. Burglar Rat. Okay, well. I will ditch the stab here. They don't have a good thing to kill. Got blockers for all their creatures. Well, that's bad. Pilfer. If they didn't take Blasphemous Edict, I would be shocked. This is one of those rare cases where I don't think looting with this guy is correct. Also, did I forget to attack with this guy last turn? Wow. Like, I can see why they did that, but at the same time. That's going to go to the graveyard. I'm actually kind of liking this. Discard this guy. Maybe they have another pill for 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then wipe the board, play this guy, copy this guy. What do they have in hand? They almost certainly have a spot removal spell. Angel. This card's not going to get that much value right now. Maybe I shouldn't have blocked this in case they had the +2/+0 trick. I might not... Oh, I should have attacked for one. That was bad. Since I've already got this line in mind. Yeah, I could have hit them for an extra one. That's actually really bad. Because then... Yeah. I was thinking, oh, I don't want to attack with this guy because I want to sacrifice him. But you can just do both. So we drain for 2. Oh, I guess they're still going to be on 2-turn clock. But if they kill this, then it won't matter. Boom, got the win. Arbiter of Woe was really good there. I also like the self-reflection there. I think it was pretty solid. No, I don't see any need to change things for round 2. Think Twice was really strong. I probably should have... kind of wish I had another copy of that at my disposal, but we'll see how all the other cards do. I'll see you folks next round. Welcome to another round. We are going to get to try the Rune-Sealed Wall this time. Okay, they don't have a turn 1 Llanowar Elf. That's good for us. We're going to surveil a lot here. Thespian versus Wall. The battle for the ages. I think this is actually going to be pretty good for us. A 3-mana 06 blocks a lot of stuff. That's going to have to die eventually, but we have a kill spell for it in hand. If only we could have surveilled that away. Okay, that's perfect. 2 keeps on top, I think. Unfortunately, this wall isn't going to get much use. I want the Strix so that I can loot away the self-reflection. It's kind of a bummer that their Hydra is getting so big already. I find it hard to believe that they won't cast anything. But they might not. Okay, perfect. This is just going to be my board wipe turn. Since if this gets to 16, I can't really win. Perfect. Even got in the damage first. Huge. They kept it on top, it looks like. That could be problematic. Oh, that's actually a huge draw. I'm just looking for lands here. I could die. I could see it happening here. Oh, gosh. I think I'm just dead here. This has been so unfortunate. I guess I shouldn't have kept this guy on top. The way this game is lined up has been pretty bad for me, not gonna lie. So I'm gonna go to 3, if I live at all. Oh, that's actually a huge draw. If I can draw a land this turn. Chippin'. If I draw a land, I can just self-reflection my big fin bouncer. Okay. Okay. The horror. I just need to draw 2 lands in a row. There we go. That's 1. Okay, so if I can draw 1 more land, the Meteor Golem is in the house. So this will just put me down to 1. Come on, land. Boom. We are so back. We are so back. Living on a prayer. Dying to burst lightning, if they have it. Dying to a stiff breeze. Oh, yeah. No. You're kidding me. Why? Are you serious? Oh my gosh, you're joking. I'm just gonna concede if they minus. If they plus, then they're silly and I can win. Well, that's so unfortunate. We did our best there. We were never beating Chandra there anyway. Gosh, that was unfortunate. Well, let's see. Do we want to change anything up? I mean, the wall wasn't that good. We already have a lot of surveil as well. I kind of want to just bring in the draining guys over the wall. Like, I kind of want to cut the wall and just add in one of these bad boys. And see if that can do some work. Yeah, let's try it like that. I'll see you folks next round. Welcome to another round. I'll keep this. I'm also thinking, should I have just if I just not had the Strix in my hand, I would have been in much better shape. Got the zombie. Green, white. Another Heir Apparent deck. That card does not really strike fear into my heart. Got a slow hand, but the Blasphemous Edict should get some work done. Oh, I hate to see that. Oh, that's a bummer. It's going to make all their cards a lot better. This is one of the most annoying cards in the set. They're going to think I have a counterspell here. But I would have countered this, so... Just going to play this guy. If they have a kill spell, which they probably do, they'll use it, I imagine. It's unfortunate. I didn't really accomplish my objective there. I guess I probably could have forced them to use their kill spell by playing this guy. Okay. This has Death Touch. I'm just gonna use my sweeper now. They have 3 cards. I've got a lot of answers here. A little bit of life gain. I got a kill spell and a counter spell. So if they don't play a huge threat here, I can just hold up my counter spell. I probably want to impact the board a little bit more first. Uh-oh. That's a big guy. This is actually the perfect way to get the game back under control. Now I have a board state chipping away. If they go for another big spell here. I can kill it. Just stab is really bad against this Anthem. But at least we get something. We can always loot it away. Sure. That could be good. For now, I'm just going to start exiling their graveyard a bit. Get rid of their wild leaf and their treetop guy. The drain. Send. Perfect. I get to use stab as a combat trick. Now that I have such a commanding board presence, I can just hold my counterspell up, I think. We're 1 point away from just killing them with the self-reflection. Nice and easy. I also keep forgetting that I can just cast this sometimes. Like, I'm so obsessed with trying to get it to the graveyard. But that was good. Nice little win. See you folks next round. Welcome to another round. This is an easy mulligan. This is an easy keep, though. We're going to ditch the island. Could have also ditched the Strix Lookout. Oh, this is painful. I'm going to get rid of Duo. That will at least help me survive. Because I'm already down 2 cards. The Burglar Rat's not really a huge factor on the game, so it's not like I'm like losing by a crazy amount here. Okay. I will have to counter that guy, though. That guy is going to cause a lot of turmoil for me. I'm just going to wait. If I'm missing land drops, they're more likely to play out into my Edict. Oh gosh, this is terrible. They're less and less likely to play into my Edict. Well, I don't want to bounce this guy. I mean, that's a pretty good card to get rid of, but they don't have a good threat for it to bounce, so. I'll lose 3 life. Two, 5, yep. So if I can find a land here, I'm going to be able to win this game. Okay, well, new plan. That guy has to die. Did I mess this up? I did. 3, 6, 9. I will discard a card. Yeah, that 1 point of life could actually lose me the game. No, they still have 8 power in play. If they have a kill spell, I'm still dead. Yep. You try so hard and fought so long. Gosh darn it. I couldn't let that thing live, though, because I needed to actually kill their board. Wow, what a bummer. What a bummer. I would have won that game if I hadn't mulliganed, because I put a land on the bottom. There it is. I mean, if I kill their board, there's no way they win. Also, if they just play any top-end card except this guy, then I can, like, actually loot and stuff like that instead. But yeah, that's how that goes. They played Burglar Rat into the Katana, and so I couldn't even block it. Gosh darn it. That's tilting. Not really tilting, it's just frustrating. Welcome to another game. We're going to keep this hand. We don't have a blue source, but we have this guy. Being 2-2 with this deck is kind of a shame. I feel like this deck, I mean, you don't get 2 edicts that often. We also have the angel, it's pretty good. I feel like the games we've lost have been kind of, or like, opponents have just like kind of had exactly what they needed to have. Or I just haven't hit my land drops or things like that, which is kind of annoying. I could play 18 lands in this deck, so it's probably my fault at the end of the day. This is not going well. Oh my gosh. I'm not even going to get value from this because they're just going to put all their big creatures into play. Great. Great, 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 great. At least it's compelling for my Blasphemous Edict. Are you going to put a Coma into play or something? Pretty nice. It's also annoying that they had loot here. It's like, gosh. What am I supposed to do? Okay, we're back in it. We're actually probably winning this game now. Unfortunately, they didn't have to use cards from their hand. They just got to put in 8 mana and then just have all their cards still. They just have infinite mana, I guess. They might regret using that very soon. Here, there's a temptation to play this, but I'm instead going to go for the Soul Shackled Zombie, so I can try to play this immediately followed by Stab. And also, I do not want them to get loot back or their Apothecary Stomper, so I really want to get those out of their graveyard in case they play like the 4-mana 4/3. And this way, I also get to play Think twice. Perfect. See, now it's working out perfect. I can go Society Hunter into Stab. We got there just in time. Okay. This is 7 mana, so I can't go this, this, and this. Okay. They don't take my think twice. That's a weird choice. Got my islands. Well, at least we're going to get 3 and 3 with this deck, at the very least, because we're going to win this game. I have full faith in us. Trigger this guy. And we'll sacrifice that one. The counter. They probably do have Coma in their deck. Got the win. Board wipe pretty good against green decks. Board wipe pretty good against a lot of decks. I mean, we would have beaten that black-red deck pretty easily if we just hit our land drop, so. Yep, pretty good. I kind of want to make a change. I think I'm going to cut the self-reflection. I think that card's just bad. It's kind of like baiting me into weird plays. It's just really slow. It's copying something small. And I think it feels bad enough that I'm just going to cut it. I like this card enough that I'm just going to add another one. And then we'll run it for the next round. See you folks there. Welcome to another round. We'll keep this. See, I'm much more happier to have that guy than Soul Shackled. I mean, Soul Shackled than Self-Reflection, even though Self-Reflection's a good combo with the Arbiter. Okay, maybe I should just play an 18th land. They're cutting a mana sink and adding a 18th land seems a bit dicey. Don't want it to trigger raid. And just as we want. Missing a land drop isn't that bad when you have a edict. Okay, we'll discard the duo. Yeah. This is good. We can get rid of their goblin, so it never returns. Nary to return. So we're of chaos, sure. We just keep missing our lands, but that's okay, because eventually we'll hit our 5th land, and then Blasphemous Edict is going to catch us up. Currently, they haven't even played anything worth killing. Are they really going to use Sower of Chaos here? When I'm at 21, using it to get in for 6 is kind of weird. Or actually just for 4, because I can just trade with the other guy. Nice. Trade with the Sage. They'll have nothing when I sweep the board. Okay, this would be a good turn for a land. What would they keep on top? They got rid of a solid creature in a land, so they probably have a kill spell or something. We're gonna just wait one more turn on our edict. Perfect. everything. I guess I could have held that land against a burglar rat. Goblin borders, sure. I think they have a kill spell in hand. This is pretty good though. If they do have a kill spell, I guess they get to use it in response. Okay, sure. Kind of unfortunate that I drew the Infestation Sage then. It's okay. Still got rid of their Sure Strike. Combat Trick also makes sense. Thought it could be something like a bacon to a pie. Boom, boom, boom. Definitely ditching the land, and then we get attack. Gosh, our sweeper is doing so much work. We have 2 of them. Sweepers are really good in best of 1. Okay, they go for that. Questionable. Kill their 3/2. Got the win. Now we're 4-2. That's huge. Gosh, having a 4/2 that could actually do stuff was so much better than a self-reflection would have been there. Like the drain for 2, the 4/2 body. Like this guy was like so much better. So that was actually a huge change. Let's go. Welcome to another round. This hand is great. Turns out that playing good cards is good and playing bad cards is not good. So I think since we made that swap where we swapped out our wall and our self-reflection, we've been undefeated. I guess since we did the self-reflection, not the other one didn't really matter. We have mana. Sure. Green, okay. We'll make them be afraid of a counter spell. Yep. Don't want them getting value. With Tatyova, you often want to wait until you can play a land right after. Because that's how you get the most value. We'll keep this. Don't need the land just yet. You can wait a little bit on this guy. Giant, okay. So they missed a land drop. So that means they have all spells. But my pressure attack is going pretty well. Four spells in hand. Especially with the green creatures getting extra +1/+0. So that's why they didn't wait on Tatyova. If they had both options, I would have gone for the other one. Okay, so they can play both, but they only cast it for unkick. Okay, I see, I see. They can't really afford to block my Light Shell Duo with theirs when they're tapped out. Like, Think Twice just wrecks them so hard. Oh my gosh! I guess that's why you have to play with full control on. I cannot believe they did that. Oh my gosh. That is a wild block. I can't believe they did that. What? I don't think I could ever make that block. That block is just so brutal if it goes badly. Maybe they're like, okay, I'm far enough behind, I just hope they have nothing. Wow, Tapland getting punished here, I guess. Oh my gosh, they're bouncing the Guy of Woe. That's kind of wild. Okay. Sure. Yeah, I'm definitely just going to slam the Archetype of Woe again. I get to draw a card. They lose 2 life. And then I can just start going Mystic. It's Mystic time. Tadyova, that's kind of scary. I really don't care about that at all. I can think twice plus flashback, think twice to trigger this guy. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. That's actually wild. How are they still in this? To be fair, they need a bunch of stuff to go their way here, but... Can you imagine if they drew, like, Overrun and killed me there? Nice. Locking up another dub. Oh, this deck is cruising. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. 5 wins. See you folks next round. Welcome to another round up against the Sauce Man. On the draw, that's where the Edict shines. Ooh, they have the turn 1 Llanowar Elves. This is going to be a game of survival. I need to draw 1 more land. Light Shell Duo can get me there if need be. They're going to be off to a blazing start. Blue-green, okay. Not as blazing as we thought. Didn't think they'd block. I wasn't going to block the Flash Wolf if they flashed it in, so. Are they missing land drops? It's going to make this guy a little bit worse, but gives me time to get the Meteor Golem up and running. Are they saying good game because if they miss a land drop, they're conceding? They have Essence Scatter? Nope. Free value. Think twice to the graveyard. Such a good combo. Whitpro. I just like abbreviating it. Whitpro in the house. I'm really not doing a good job punishing them. I should have just played Soul Shackled Zombie, but I'm just going to go Think Twice instead. Oh, that's bad. I see, I see. Huge. They have 3 mana to deal with my Arbiter of Woe. And my Meteor Golem is actually going to be able to kill this Sylvan Scavenging. Or maybe even like Whitpro. gosh. They are getting so unlucky. Raccoon! I don't think they can do anything if I just kill their Llanowar elves. They've already shown that they can't do anything with 3 mana. That's gonna meaningfully hurt me. Okay, never mind. I stand corrected. It won't matter though. I've still got my 1 flyer. And this is any graveyard, right? I guess I can exile their graveyard too. Got the win. We're up to 6 wins. Let's go. Let's get the trophy. That'd be awesome. Our deck is awesome. If we win the trophy, we don't only win the trophy, we also go into platinum. So, a lot on the line. No, I'm kidding. Let's go. Let's get it done. I'll see you folks there. Welcome to the final round. We're on the play. Keeping this hand. The think twice will carry us for the early turns. Then we can go this guy into this guy into this guy or something. We don't have any of our best cards. I mean, never mind. This guy's one of our best cards for sure. We don't have any of our board wipes, which is kind of what I like to see in my opening hand so I can start planning around them. Light Shell Duo plus Fleeting is a good combo, though. And them not having a 2-drop is perfect for us. Huge. I just want to hit land drops. All I want to do is hit my land drops. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. They probably have a kill spell. Gonna play this to make sure I hit my lands. Yep. I think 2 lands in a row is fine. Feel like this is a good block. Fake your own death, sure. This is where I get a little bit tricksy. Drain them for 2. I got my fleeting distraction to shrink this guy if they attack in. Just a little bit of spice here. I think it's better line than just tapping out for this guy. Kind of waiting to combo this with one of my 1/1 guys if I can find one. That was huge. Oh my gosh, what a play! The plays! Just lining it up. Just line them up, knock them down. Oh, baby. Okay, sure. They get their goblin. And they use their treasure. I'm gonna go for this. Next turn I can play this plus hold up Essence Scatter, though they'll probably want to use a kill spell. Okay. Just gonna hold up Essence Scatter. They're probably gonna try to cast a kill spell here, honestly. So maybe it's a bad time to cast Essence Scatter. Nope, the best time. Okay, huge. I'll decline to sacrifice. Kind of afraid of them having a board sweeper now. Got the win. Oh my gosh, a nice little trophy. We were 2-2, but now we're platinum and claiming the trophy. I don't know why I said it like climbing, but we're claiming the trophy. Let's go. Of course I had fun. I won. Okay, well, on that last turn, I think playing this guy would have been maybe a little bit rough. I didn't want to just walk into like them having a board sweeper because I'm so far ahead here. I can just play my Essence Scatter, hold a little bit back in reserve, but maybe I am just supposed to play it and put the pressure on. I just didn't know what to sacrifice. All my creatures are pretty good. But yeah, got the win. Got the 7-win run. Absolutely huge. That felt fantastic. Let's do a bit of a post-op on the deck. But overall, really successful run. Nice little 6-packaroonies and 2,200 gemmos. But yeah, we ended up cutting the rune sealed wall. Just wasn't really doing a ton. Cutting the self-reflection. And overall, that was a really cool draft. We started off with Kranko into Dazzling Angel. And then we ended up moving away from white and red to end up with a sweet blue-black control deck that had High Society Hunter, 2 Blasphemous Edicts, the Mischievous Mystic, which was fantastic. The Arbiter of Woe did so much work. I was really happy with this card. Also really liked my 4-drop creatures. They all did some good work. Light Shell Duo to hit those land drops to play the Edict. Think Twice was great. I definitely liked that card. And Meteor Golem even was pretty solid as well. We didn't get to cast Refute a lot, but I like this card a lot. Essence Scatter solid. Infestation Sage. The distraction was so good in that last game. So we really got to see the power of that card when it works. And overall, just a really sweet deck. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did make it all the way to the end of the video, in the comment section down below, leave hashtag clutch because this deck came in clutch. It was 2-2. It battled back, got the 7-win run. So I hope you did enjoy that. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe for more, comment with your questions, thoughts, and feedback. I really do read every comment and I do my best to reply to as many of them as possible. So if you have any questions or thoughts, I would love to hear them. But yeah, that's going to do for this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you next time.